All right, you are tuned into MMA Canada and very excited to be talking to an individual set to compete at BFL 83, which transpires on April 10th. And a bout that caught my attention when it was announced as Josh Kwiatkowski takes on Teshay Gouthro, and great having Teshay on the MMA Canada platform today. How's it going, man?
Good, brother. Just chilling today. How you doing?
Yeah, no, doing good, man. And yeah, exciting to get to talk to you, returning to competition after almost 2 years away. I imagine you're quite excited to get back out there and show the new skills you've accrued since we last saw you.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking pumped. It's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah, and what was, I guess, going on if you want to divulge some of the aspects of why you haven't really gotten into the cage since your Unified MMA 51 fight there against Eric Shelton? Like, was there some, I guess, variables at play there that kind of informed that, I guess?
Yeah, just multiple injuries kept adding up. Concussion, just little nagging injuries after injuries, and then every time I was ready to fight, something would happen to me. Fucking ribs, back. So I just took my time kind of getting healthy and like staying out of camp to really get the body how I wanted to be. And then now I entered camp and it's nothing really wrong, right? So I was able to let my body heal. Now I'm good to go. I'm back.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart move, too. I mean, I would think that would also inform more longevity within this sport. So that would seem like the smart move to kind of like focus on all of that at this juncture in your career.
Yeah, I thought so. I just want to be fucking. I needed a body to be able to do what I can do. You know what I mean? The body wasn't working right, and the mind wasn't right when the body wasn't working right. But I was able to get everything on at 100, and now body and mind are together and ready to go.
Yeah, and I guess how did things kind of go in the direction of Battlefield Fight League and everything? Because, you were with Unified MMA for at least your previous fight there, and, another Canadian MMA entity that's on that UFC Fight Pass platform, so they definitely have that in common. But, like, how did the BFL discourse kind of ramp up for you fighting with them?
It was really me. It wasn't also just injuries. It's kind of unified too. I'd fucking look for fights, ask them to get me a fight. They would fucking get a bunch of no's. And then they would kind of, I felt like they just gave up on trying to find me a fight. Every time a show would come up and I'd be like, oh, okay, they'd send me names. I'd say yes. These names would say no. And then I'm like, okay, let's look out of Canada because clearly no one wants to fight me. And then we'd find people outside of Canada. And I don't think they wanted to fly people in. You know what I mean? So I didn't feel like they were looking for my best interest. So I was kind of done with them. We signed last year with them, but I really didn't want to sign. It was like for that Dana White Contender Series. That's when I was fucking going to fight Emperor. And I got that rib injury. But I really didn't want to sign because then I was under a year with them again, right? So they didn't really look out for my best interests. And then we got offered BFL. I told my manager, I'm like, find any promotion that can get me a fight. If they can get me a fight, let's fucking do some business and see what their contracts look like. And I'll sign with them. And BFL turned out to be the one that I liked the best. They found me a fight right away. Well, I kind of found my own fight. I sent them the names. And then this guy said no at first at 35. Then said yes. And I just needed a yes. You know what I mean? I like to say yes to a lot of opponents, and they ended up saying no, but this guy finally said yes, so I said even better.
So there was prior discussions about fighting Kwiatkowski at bantamweight, but then it got negotiated to featherweight per your account. Like, that's what you're saying?
No, like I sent him my manager's name. I'm like looking at who was out there that I think would say yes, and then all I got was a no. When I was in Thailand, I was looking for opponents, and then he said no when I was out there. And the day I got back, my manager called me up. He's like, "Yo, Kwiatkowski said yes, but at 45." I said, "Fucking let's go." You know. So that's it.
I did notice you were out in Thailand, though. What was that whole experience like? Like, were you over at Bangtao, I believe it was?
Yeah, it was sick, man. Fucking, I want to move there one day. It was a great experience. Good food, good weather. Had my whole team out there. Jazz was in camp. We're out there dropping bodies. It was nice to not be at home so I can actually fucking sit people down, get that fucking confidence I need. And, yeah, it was great. I'd fucking move out there, though.
Yeah, it seems like a great spot. Definitely a place I would like to travel to someday and see what the landscape is. And it seems like a good spot for Canadian fighters. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no doubt, man. I feel like I saw James Clark. Like, I mean, he's been there frequently.
We sparred a bit. Canadian boy.
Who else were you getting in work with out there? Like, obviously, like the big name I think a lot of people cite from Bangtao is Alexander Volkanovski. Like, who were you kind of predominantly working with there, though? A lot of great people at that gym.
I tried to get around with Leon Murphy, but he, like, in sparring, asked him for a round, and then we were going to go. But then they split up there's so many fucking people on the match during sparring. They split it up, guys that were like, I forget the kg, but it was like 55, if you weigh 155 and above, and Leon was looking fucking big. So I still wanted to spar him, but I wasn't able to. But there's just a bunch of pros from all over Europe that were out there. So I was working with them a lot, got working with Clark, just whoever I could see that had a big name. I was going around asking if they're pro, looking them up on Instagram, really trying to find the best guys to work with. That was it for me. I know, I forget his name, buddy from TriStar. He was out there. He's in PFL. Forget his name. But I wasn't able to get work with him. But a lot of Canadians, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, you're no stranger to getting in that high-level work. Like, the last time we were talking, I was referencing some of the training in Vegas you got with Merab Dvalishvili and Patchy mix, so yeah.
Yeah, Patchy. Actually, I messaged up Patchy. I want to go, I had to go back to Vegas and hit up him and Merab after this fight. Take some time, go chill, get some good work in. Now that they're fucking both number one in the world.
Yeah, and I mean, so much can change in this sport for sure, because like when we were talking about that a couple years ago, like I mean, Merab was obviously a guy who was on the rise in like a very demonstrable way, but now the reigning and defending champion has that defense over, Nurmagomedov under his belt. Very impressive win. Like, what are your thoughts on what Merab Dvalishvili has been able to do since you guys kind of got in that Vegas work a couple years ago?
It brings my confidence up there. He's the best in the world right now. Like, the best in the world. So I look back on those sessions we got, and I just would like to go back out there and test my skills again with both the boys and see where I'm at again, you know what I mean? But definitely take a lot of confidence from working with the world champ in the UFC and the world champ in, I guess, PFL now.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of a curious situation because it seems like there's been multiple instances of Patchy Mix kind of publicly, I guess, indicating his discontentment with the lack of activity and communication and whatnot. Like, do you have any thoughts on all of that?
I think you should go to UFC, to be honest. Like, it will suck because him and Merab are boys, and they'll definitely end up fighting for the belt. But it's either him or Merab that's the best in the world. The world just doesn't know who it is yet, right? But they're boys, so that does suck. But hey, a lot of money can change that, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, speaking of the gym you regularly get and work at, I mean, it just seems like such a great time in the training room right now. Like, it seems like April 17th and 18th are some pretty big days overall. Like, I mean, obviously you're competing, and Zack Powell getting in a fight there, and I mean, it seems like he's in Florida right now for this, but also Aaron Jeffery representing NTT still in a sense as he fights for the PFL. So yeah, it would seem like a great time for Niagara Top Team. But I mean, I feel like anytime I talk to someone from NTT, that's kind of the case. You guys are very active for sure.
Yeah, we're pretty stacked. Everyone's in camp. Like right now, I've been getting a lot of work with Josh. He's fighting for the GFL soon. And then Cody, I think he's about to sign with Unified coming up in May. And then we had, what's that guy's name? The African Assassin that just won the Samurai belt. He was down for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it underscores that idea that really a lot of people, justifiably have, that, NTT is the top gym in Canada, if not like right in conversation with like some of the best MMA gyms in the world. So love to hear that.
Yeah, I think we're coming up there. Everyone's in camp now. Jazz got that fight. Malot's got that fight coming up. I think that's May 10th. So we're about to show the world again. Fucking, we're going to be number one in the world.
Yeah, and I feel like we're on the same wavelength because I wanted to ask about Jasmine's upcoming fight because it seems to be like a big moment in one's career, fighting a former UFC champion and Jessica Andrade. Like, what are your thoughts on that UFC 315 fight that she has coming up?
Gonna body this bitch. Gonna body her. Gonna fuck her right up, man. I have full confidence in Jazz. After the last fight, like, she flew me out there to train with her in Thailand, right? I knew she was gonna run through that girl. She's gonna run through this girl even better. Her striking's getting way better. Her footwork, her confidence, and what is she's like 5 foot? And Jazz is jabbing, right? Yeah, I just think she's taking her out. Probably, hopefully she gets that submission win, but I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, a very intriguing fight for sure, and I would also, use that tag for your upcoming fight here. Like, how did Josh Kwiatkowski become the opponent? Like, I know you were talking about really pursuing, I guess, available bantamweights, but you kind of got to a point where you were, I guess, essentially just looking for a fight. Like, how did Josh Kwiatkowski kind of become the opponent and everything here?
Well, they talked to me about Ali at first. Ali Wazook. I said yes, but he just got knocked the fuck out. So I don't know if he said no or he just wasn't trying to fight. So we got that. Like, that was a no on the table. And then I just was looking at the rankings and, yeah, just who I thought would actually fucking say yes to me. And Josh seemed like he was about it, so I just sent my manager the name. And then we got a done deal. I thought it was a good fight, too. Like, yeah, experienced guy.
And I'm curious to get the temperament heading into this because it seemed like at first it was almost like a pretty casual bout announcement in a sense. Like, obviously a great matchup on paper as far as how the actual contest would play out, but it seems like there's maybe some mounting, I don't know what phrase you would want to use, tension or banter or something of that persuasion. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Is that kind of what's going on a bit?
Like, you seen the comments that we've been posting?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it seems like from my purview, it's kind of like picked up some more momentum in that kind of regard. Like, at first it was almost just like, oh, well, this will be a, well-matched fight, to experienced competitors, etc. But now it seems like there's a little bit more, I guess, tension or banter going on, I guess.
You know me. I just like to talk a little bit of shit before the fight. Like, it's nothing personal. I just like to talk a bit shit, coming from the streets. The only reason I'm going to fight someone is because we're fucking talking shit or beefing. So it's the same shit as in fighting, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to. He pretty much said, I'm going to save my talking for the cage. I said, you fucking suck, bro. That's no fun. But I'm probably going to keep chirping him just because he'll probably get under his skin. And he seems like an emotional guy. So maybe it'll make him fucking fight a little different. If not, fuck it. I just like it because it's fun, Why not talk some shit?
So is it part of that whole thing that some people subscribe to where it's like the fight begins when the contract is signed and it's like a mental warfare thing? Or is it kind of more in line with what you said, I guess, where it's like, oh, I just like a little bit of banter and it's fun for me? Like, how much does it serve, I guess, getting you in like the most ideal headspace for competition, handling it like this, I guess?
With or without the banter, I guess, I'm fucking all in. Like, I'm going in there to fuck him up regardless. I just like talking shit because it makes it, for me, it's fun. I be, sit back, smoke a joint, talk a little bit of shit, see how he acts, to me, it seems like he's emotional because he's like, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to talk shit back. He just wants to keep it. He called me a keyboard warrior. But bro, I'll fuck you up in front of you. I'll fuck you up on the keyboard. Like, if we're face to face, I'd smack you. So it's not a keyboard warrior. I'm going to smack you regardless. So I don't know. I just like talking shit, bro. It's fun.
It's just kind of intriguing because it adds a little bit of something to the mix for sure.
Yeah, it gets everyone a little more hype, That's it. So when I make it to the big show, I'm gonna talk some shit too. Why not? Everyone will like it. It get more fans, more views. I don't know. He just doesn't understand the sport, I guess. Like, yeah, we're here to fight, but how does any fucking fight start? How do any wars start? By talking shit, having beef with your opponent. So I don't know. He said it makes it easy not to like me. I can give a fuck if he likes me or not. So that wasn't my intention for him not to like me. But him saying that just makes him seem emotional. You know, sounds like a woman.
I mean, unless like I'm for some reason omitting something from my memories, I just feel like it's unique in the sense of I feel like Josh hasn't really been approached by an opponent in this kind of way. Like it has kind of been oriented mostly to what you were talking about with him, where he's like, oh, I do my talking out there and whatnot. Like I feel like I haven't really seen anyone try to, I guess, poke and prod with like trash talk and whatnot.
Yeah, I haven't really followed his career. Like I've looked at his opponents. None of them seem like they would do that to him. I just do it to everyone, and if I get a good reaction, I'll keep poking at him. And he gave me a good reaction to show that he's a little emotional, so I'm gonna keep poking at him here and there. In a couple of days, I might just, I don't know. I got my second cauliflower ear came in, and he thinks I'm coming to wrestle, so I might just take a pic and send it to him, like, be ready to wrestle. Have you down, face down, ass up. Just don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, you're going to show the, I guess, strides you've made under Chris Prickett and everything, going to break out the wrestling a little bit.
Yeah, like, I'm not really looking to wrestle. I'm looking to knock him the fuck out. But obviously we wrestle so much here. I'm going to sit him down once or twice, make that gas tank go down, make him think I'm wrestling, and then put him out. Like, I need to put him out. Not for him, just for me. Like, I put him out, maybe I can get on Contender. That's my ideal, right? Another big W. I'm only coming off one loss against a high-level UFC vet. If I put this guy right the fuck out, up a weight class, on UFC Fight Pass, let's hope that's the one that gets me in.
Well, I mean, I think you're right in that conversation because, I mean, you referenced the Michael Imperato fight that didn't come to fruition. I mean, he ended up fighting on that card and got a Contender Series shot thereafter. So I feel like you would still, be within that mix and everything like that.
Yeah, that's how I see it too. And I won't get popped for juice if I go on the Contender Series.
I guess another fight I was curious to get your opinion on. I mean, I feel like NTT is a big presence on that UFC 315 card. Like, what are your thoughts on the upcoming bout with Mike Malott and Charles Radke?
I think Malott dummies him. I didn't really look into his opponent. I don't really know who he is, but I would just assume Malott dummies him like he does to everyone. Obviously, I'm going to be there, be helping Jazz warm up that day. Yeah, I'm excited. Got all the homies on it. Siri's on it too. So, be a sick show. Siri actually just got back from the lab. So, I got to get more working with him before I fight. Yeah, Siri, Milan, Jazz. Fucking perfect fights for all three. Hopefully go 3-0 that night.
And I mean, such a great guy to get in work with. I would think working with Siri would be mutually beneficial for you guys and everything, just considering what you're both looking to do in the sport.
Yeah, 100%. Fuck, me and Siri have been teammates since 17, 18, back in the Parabellum days, so still working, still on the grind. He actually just messaged me that he got back and said, fucking, hope to see you soon, maybe get in a spar too before my fight, and then I'll be helping him for his.
Yeah, no, it's just an exciting time, man. Like I said, when I had seen the bout announcement of you versus Kwiatkowski, I was excited. I mean, I like watching Josh fight, and it's been a bit since you've gotten to be out there, so presumably you'll have a whole new set of tools you'll be showing off, and like you said, rejuvenated after the injuries you were tending to and stuff like that. So, yeah, a great fight for sure. If people are in the area, definitely check that out, but also cool that it's on UFC Fight Pass for people to kind of check out wherever and whenever they're at.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. He's a gamer. Like, besides all the shit talking, that's why I like the fight, because he's a gamer. He's coming to strike. I don't see him really shooting. It's going to be a hell of a fight. He's tough as fuck. Like, he hasn't been finished. He hasn't been KO'd or TKO'd. So that's a big goal on me. If that doesn't happen, I'll just submit him like he's been submitted. Last two losses. Um, but yeah, I'm excited, man. He's tough, and he's a gamer. So it's a good one. It's a good one. And it's at 145, so I'll be nice and healthy, strong. Feel like I'll have the speed advantage. He seems pretty slow. I've been talking to a meme. A meme fought him. Meme said he's pretty slow. A meme almost finished him like 3 times in the fight. Like he thinks he's a good striker, but he's a basic bitch.
I was gonna say maybe that could even serve as a parting thought in and of itself, but I also figured I'd give you the floor if you had any final thought you were wanting to mention as we're kind of wrapping things up here. Teshay, I appreciate you coming on MMA Canada today.
No, bro, I appreciate it, man. I think I had my first ever interview with you after my first fight, my first pro fight years ago. No, I appreciate you having me on. Check me out on UFC Fight Pass. Hopefully put this motherfucker to sleep. Call it a day. On to the big show. Get paid. Yeah, that's it.
It's kind of funny you said that because, I mean, it's just wild how time flies. Like, this isn't necessarily related to our conversation, but before we were talking, I was writing an article about the Dylan Dennis Tony Ferguson fight coming up, and it's like, oh, he hasn't fought since June 2019. I'm like, damn, that's almost 6 years, but then that's in perfect alignment with like when we did that initial interview you referenced there. Like that was also June 2019 at BTC 6 in Burlington there.
Damn. Yeah, I've been in pro for 6 years now. It's crazy. Now I feel like I'm in my prime now. I just turned 30. I'd like to have like 7, 8 more years of my career, healthy, happy, fucking throwing head kicks and cashing checks.
Yeah, it's been a cool story to follow so far, man. And the next chapter going to be unfurling very soon on April 10th there at BFL 83. And yeah, super excited for this Josh Kwiatkowski fight. And to reiterate, thank you for coming on the MMA Canada platform today, Teshay. It's always a pleasure. I'll be peeping the fight when it goes down, man. But until then, you have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.